All right, like Jeff said, we started the season 10-4. Our team, we're pretty excited about some of the development of our team. We have 9 players that play a lot, and 6 of those kids are sophomores. And so we've started fast, but we're learning some things. You know, we had Baylor down 2-1 last weekend. We had Mississippi State down 2-0 last weekend. Couldn't finish them off. Lost those matches in 5 sets. Kind of attribute that probably to just a young team needing to learn how to be successful. And now we're kind of dealing with this idea that once you're successful, how do you sustain and how do you believe in yourself when there's pressure and when things kind of don't go your way every minute of the day. But these are all valuable things. We're working hard at it. We're encouraging them to just be persistent, stay aggressive out there. We've got some really good standout kids on our team. You've probably seen some things about Stephanie Figueroa. She's a senior libero for us. She's been Player of the Week already twice in our conference this year, out of the 4 weeks, or Player of the Week. Really outstanding player from Puerto Rico, brings a whole different dynamic to our team, very dedicated to the success of our program. So she's obviously very concerned with how well we do this year, but she's completely invested in the future as well, helping these sophomores learn some things. And then we have another new player on our team you guys have probably heard of, Citlali Herrera. She's from Juarez. She's been with the Mexican national team for the last couple of years. So she's transferring in. Actually, she's a sophomore as well. But she's been on 3 all-tournament teams already. Very high percentage. I think she's 2nd or 3rd in our conference in hitting percentage. So a pretty experienced player that we've added to our squad. So our expectations are very high. We know we need to get better. We know we need to keep working, improving on the things we've already done. And we also know that our conference is going to be a great challenge this year. It's very dominated with juniors and seniors. This team coming up this weekend, Tulsa, is almost all juniors and seniors. They have the best player in our conference, Tyler Henderson. I think she led the nation in kill percentage last year. She could play on any team in the nation, really, but she just happens to play for Tulsa. So we're looking forward to that challenge. And then SMU was picked 2nd. Tulsa was picked 1st. SMU was picked 2nd in our conference this year. So we have them both this weekend, 7 o'clock on Friday, 12 o'clock on Sunday. We think it's a great challenge, but we also know that when we're in our gym, we play pretty well. We play with a lot of confidence. And little by little, we're figuring these teams out and the things we need to do to be successful. And this will be a great opportunity for us to just get better, to keep measuring ourselves, obviously, but the bottom line is we need to be better than we were last weekend. We need to be better than we were a couple weeks ago, and just keep moving up the ranks in terms of nationally, but also within our conference.
Really excited about the victory. Tremendous game, hard-hitting, physical game. I don't think anybody left early to beat the traffic Saturday night, so we kept everybody in their seats, and it was really a lot of fun, and we have some positions on the team that played very, very well. So I'll go over some of the things that we did we did well. Offense. We were very physical on the offensive line. We made some big blocks downfield with our wide receivers. Receivers are blocking real good now. And also I thought we protected very, very well for Javia. I think he might have been recorded 1 sack, but he ran out of there, didn't have to, and got tackled. Maybe was the only sack that they got. But we protected very well with the tight ends, the running backs, and the offensive line for pass. And then we got the running game going, improved our rushing attack. And we did have some pre-snap penalties that we haven't had before this. And also we've got to continue to work and have better ball security. Our ball security was very poor. On defense, obviously that's really a great job our defense did. 6 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 21 pressures by the offensive line, the defensive backs. We rushed defensive backs, we rushed linebackers, defensive ends, but defensive ends at nose guards, did a lot of different things and really put the pressure on their quarterback. I had a chance to talk to him after the game, and he was one tired kid. We beat him around. 16 yards net rushing they had, and we ran to the ball, and we on defense were really physical. I don't know what it was. I wish I could bottle that enthusiasm and intensity every week. It didn't seem like we did anything different going into this game to get our kids fired up, but boy, they played hard. Really, really played hard. Ran to the ball, had good pad-under-pad control. Hopefully we're just getting better. And the negatives on defense, obviously the 2-minute drill right before half. We played soft. We might have lost a little composure or confidence, but gave that touchdown to them too easily. They threw the ball in there and they protected well and they caught it and did all that, but we were a little bit disappointed in that. But boy, we had some great goal line stands. Awesome 4 goal line stands and third downs. They had no real explosive plays on third down. They did throw the bootleg a couple times early again. I don't know when we're going to learn how to play the bootleg, but it takes us a little while. We take turns goofing that up at linebacker position, but we'll get it down. Special teams, we had 3 things that we wanted to accomplish in the game, and we did that. Number 1 is that we wanted to stop number 1, and we did. We stopped him and tackled him and corralled him. He's a good player for them. And then we wanted to have our return game do a good job, and I thought Anthony McGee did a wonderful job in returning punts. Vernon Frazier's doing a great job on kickoff returns, and we did a real nice job in our return game. And then I thought, Steve Valdez is doing a tremendous job in kicking off, so we covered well. And then the third thing we wanted to do was execute a fake, and obviously that was the play of the game, and really changed our momentum. They had the momentum at halftime, no question about that. The problem with having the momentum at halftime is they went into the locker room and laid around for 20 minutes and lost their momentum. But when we came off that field, it was like they were excited. Their fans were, and their team was too. Start of the game, that goal line stand was tremendous. They had 6 plays at it, and we legitimately hit. They got in wildcat offense, gave it to number 3. He coughed it up, but we hit him with 3 guys solid. We popped that ball out. Javia started, I thought, the game pretty well in our first drive, and at the long pass down to the 3-yard line where Lavorick just stepped out, but it was a well-thrown ball. And then the fake punt in the third quarter, at the end of the very third quarter, was outstanding. And then in the fourth quarter, Nathan Jeffrey made some really good runs. Couple of good ones, and we kicked another field goal, and then we missed a field goal, but we still, with 4 minutes to go, we still had the ball and went into our 4-minute offense, and then we left it to the defense after that. Almost messed it up with some fumbles in there that were just really unusual. That you don't see that happen very often, but a lot of times you might see it happen with a new quarterback, and I certainly didn't want to. If I had any thoughts of changing the quarterback, that probably wouldn't have been the time to do it. Looking back at it, it would have been, but you usually don't want to stick a new quarterback in there at the end of the game to for ball security. Because first half, we didn't have any problems with that. Questions about the important victory that we won?
Reed Lamson, Nixon, Nelson, how are those guys?
All getting better. Our injuries are getting better. Obviously, I haven't seen them today. Saw them yesterday. Everyone's getting better.
Having them back this week?
We may have some of them back this week, right?
Coach, one of the best things this season seems to be where you've been adjusting at halftime. I mean, you adjusted against Stony Brook for the game. You threw that in, you almost pulled that out. And last week, the same thing. Have you got some kind of genie up there helping you?
Well, he's kind of a genie. He's built kind of like a genie. But Andre Patterson does a real nice job of doing that for us. And I think we have some maturity on our staff with my son Aaron is very, very smart on the headsets to me, and keeps me calm and cool when I'm calling the plays, and is really analyzing what we're doing very well offensively, and with Al up there, Simmons, and the combination of he and Andre, they've worked together for a long time, and so they talk the same language, and so they're able to make the adjustments, and our kids are doing what we ask them to do too, so that helps sometimes. Sometimes I'd rather have it at halftime where we didn't have to make a lot of adjustments. You're killing them at halftime, but we haven't got to that point yet.
About a week ago, you called your counterpart this sneaky, conniving mother. Did you not?
I didn't say sneaky. Did I say sneaky? I did say. I said sneaky? I didn't say sneaky. I said scheming. Conniving. No, that's different than sneaky.
Based on your fake mom, would that be you?
Yeah, it might be. He's probably calling me that. Yeah, he could be calling me that. But gosh, it couldn't have been a better timing for a play. We just thrown a 3rd and long, and they almost picked it off. Javia waited, hesitated, and threw the out, which you don't want to do on the out. And number 1 broke on it and almost made a great play. And so they were all pumped up, and they certainly weren't thinking about going for the punt.
Did you think of the repercussions if you had not worked?
No.
Didn't even think.
Can't think about the repercussions when you do that. You got to go with it. It's a calculated risk, and it's. I gave Jeff Banks in front of the team yesterday a couple of great big balls that you play with bought it from a toy store, and on one of them I put preparation, and on the other one I put opportunity, and when preparation meets opportunity, that's called good luck, and he was certainly had our team prepared to do that, and so those are a couple of trophies that he has in his office now. But it worked out great.
Well, Banyard, maybe your best all-around running back. This is maybe Myers a better fit for what you can do well. I mean, it looks like your best running back.
Well, I think Myers is a real good inside runner. And gosh, on that 4th and 1, which again I got a lot of. I don't have a napkin. I just spilled this water up here. I don't want to get electrocuted yet. Now, if that fake punt wouldn't have worked, you guys would have been spilling all kinds of water up here.
There's Cooper Rock right there. Did a nice job for snapping.
All night. What was the question? Yeah, 4th and 1. Golly, number 9, their number defensive end just drove underneath our guard, and we blocked him, and the hole just popped open. It had to be this big. And number 9, he just twisted his elbow and went like that, and that was just enough to trip Leland up. Otherwise, it would have been about a 35-yard touchdown sprint. God, wouldn't that have been great?
You gonna reevaluate quarterback at all? Back?
Well, we're not limiting anybody for this game at the quarterback position. So we'll just have to see how the injuries pan out this week.
So Lance is possible.
Sure.
If he can't go, do you look at Meager?
But if he can't go, well then we'll look at that. Yeah. Right now we're not even considering anything yet. We just got to see how it goes. Just trying to find out what they run on defense and offense. Anything more about the fantastic Battle of I-10?
Are you gonna look at what's Cliff talking about? You haven't seemed like you've been using.
No, we haven't been using Cliff a lot. I didn't play a lot. We're going to, though. Just didn't get the opportunity in there. Goal line passing against this team was not one of the things that I was going to emphasize because of the quarterback situation. That it takes a lot of timing down there, and most of the timing routes and throws that we make. Although everyone practices it, but we spent a lot of time, as you can recall, practicing those with Nick, and so that kind of didn't give. We didn't have a whole bunch of opportunities to do that anyway. We had trouble getting into the red zone. It was good when we got in there and ran the ball and scored a touchdown, though, when we got close to the goal line. And our fourth down short yardage plays were good. We've worked hard on that, and we're improving. And Leland does have a knack for that. And I think putting Anthony Puente at fullback in that situation has helped. He's a great blocker. Getting our offensive lineman back in to the fold is helpful too in running goal line, but we still have to do a much better job securing the football and taking care of the football as a team. Okay, anything more about last week's game? Okay, this week we play. There's Jeff Banks right there. He's just out there going right in the room. He's the star coach right there. Okay, we've got South Florida and Tampa Bay on Saturday night. Hope that you guys will all listen to the game. Okay, no further questions. Okay, they're ranked in the top 20 in just about every category. They're real good. Real good quarterback, couple of good runners, real good receivers, running that no huddle offense where they run, real fast, run plays. I coach Floyd, who is a character. He's on our train, on the bandwagon. He's sending donuts only when we win. He said his staff's a bunch of front runners, so he said he only sends it when we win for his note for donuts on Sunday. But we're getting that four-corner offense where you stall. That's going to be our game plan for South Florida. We're going to stall. throw the ball around, spread them out, and just keep passing the ball back and forth, and running double reverses, triple reverses, just keep running the ball and kind of run the clock out, you know. It's going to be one of those games where, you know, my pep talk is going to sound something like this. The last 11 guys out of this locker room got to start. And we'll come charging out onto that field. But seriously, it's a great opportunity for our players. Great opportunity. That's why they came here, and this is the best team South Florida's ever had. So we'll get them at their best. And hopefully we'll get some guys back off of injuries and be able to fill up the plane. If any of you have any eligibility, though, we have a sign-up sheet over there with our new starting center, Bob Stull. Now, you can't ask a serious question after all this.
What do you think you can do well against this team if you look at it? What do you hope to do well?
Well, you know, what we want to do well is we want to get better fundamentally in everything that we're doing. And we have to handle the ball better. I don't want to see the ball turned over. I don't want to see fumbles, pass interceptions. I don't want to see us going off sides. I want the play to be called correctly. I want our motions to be done well. I want our zones to be covered. When we call a blitz, I want the guy that's supposed to run in the blitz, go in the correct areas. Just play football better and improve, and allow this to get us one game better for our conference. There's no reason why we can't do those things. We will hustle. We will run to the ball. We will hit. That's the kind of team we are. If we just do our assignments correctly, that's what I'm looking forward to. If you got, if you're supposed to cover that guy, that's who you cover. Cover him. Now, if he out jumps you and he's faster or whatever, we'll see. But let's just concentrate on what we're doing. And it's just another team with a different colored uniform on. Although that's kind of tricky because they wear green and their field is green. And I don't know, I'm thinking about petitioning the NC2A about that. Everybody gives Boise static about it, and Canutillo High School is going to have to run through this now because they have a blue field and these guys got a green field, so I don't think that's fair.
When playing a ranked team like this, and you get an SEC team next year, as a coach, you look at recruiting ramifications, and hopefully like the national scale of branching out recruiting at all?
No, I think it helps recruiting that you're playing these teams. It really does. I'd like to play the more Texas schools, and so would Bob, and so would Dr. Natalicio. Those are things that we just would like to schedule those schools, but they're just hard to schedule. Other schools want to schedule them. So for us to go to a Big 12 school or SEC is okay. It's good, but I'd rather play the in-state schools that are, I don't know what conference they're in anymore either, but the Texases and Texas A&M, Texas Tech and TCU and those schools. We'd like to play those schools first if we could get them, rather than going and playing Wisconsin or Ole Miss or South Florida. But the scheduling is just tough to get those games. It'd be a lot more fun to play them than South Florida.
Even though they were selling together, maybe it's something a little bit about what we did before.
I think so. I think it was humid last week, and it was humid the week before. I got the TV copies, and they were talking about how humid it was down there. So, but we're gonna do some running. I don't know if the humidity is going to be as tough against us as their offense, their upbeat, fast offensive pace is. Our defense is going to have to be in shape, and we're going to have to substitute a lot early in the game. Got some real good challenges. Well, they run kind of what everybody else is running, you know, that shotgun quarterback runs with it, bootlegs, quick throws. He doesn't hold the ball very long. They've got two really, really good transfer wide receiver and a high school wide receiver that they recruited that are outstanding, that have really helped their team from last year. Last year they ran more two-back, more I formation, more regular of an offense, but Skip is kind of relinquished, I think, that, or gone to a different style. Their offense is different than last year. And their defense, their defensive coordinator is Mark Snyder, who was the head coach at Marshall. Is Skip a lot like his father? Not really. Different person. I know both of them, and he's different. I like Skip and I like Mark Snyder. Snyder isn't as good a golfer as Skip, and you know, that's probably the weakness in their defense, is his putting. Other than that, I haven't discovered a weakness at South Florida.
Is it a healthy preparation that you play for a team?
Not particularly. I don't know if it's a help that we've coached his teams before because of the offense and because of the defense. It's not the same offense he used to run at East Carolina, and it's not the same defense he ran at East Carolina. It's more like Marshall's defense. Okay, thanks. Tune in Saturday night.